Hey guys. So today we're going to review some place value and multiples of 10 questions. These questions are similar to what you'll see on your test, so just make sure that you're paying good attention and following along. Okay, question number 1 says, in which of the following pairs of numbers is the value of 6 in the first number 10 times the value of 6 in the second number? So I want the 6 to be 10 times the other 6. So let's look at option A, 165 and 67. I know that in both of these numbers, the 6 is in the tens place, which means it has a value of 60. So since the values are the same, one cannot be 10 times the other. If I look at B, 516 and 76, the 6 in both of those numbers is in the ones place and has a value of 6. So again, the values are the same. If I look at C, 161 and 76, the 6 in 161 has a value of 60. The 6 in 76 has a value of 6. Because to get from 6 to 60, I added 1 0, which is the same thing as multiplying by 10. I can also use a place value chart. And with 76 and 161, I can see that the 6 is in the ones place in 76, in the tens place in 161, and to move place values, I moved once to the left, which is the same thing as multiplying by 10. So the 6 in 161 is 10 times the value of the 6 in 76. Number 2, James has a collection of 600 baseball cards. He stores the cards in 60 different boxes. How many cards are in each box? So for this one, I'm trying to break that 600 into 60 different groups and decide how many are in each group. We're going to do this two ways. The first is a place value chart. And I have 600 and I have 60. I can see that I moved once to the left or once to the right, depending on which way you're going. So I had to multiply by 10. So that means that 600 divided by 10 would give me 60, or 60 times 10 would give me 600. So 60 groups of 10 will make 600 cards. So there are 10 cards in each box. Another way we can look at that is if we have 60 boxes and we want to know how many are going to go in each one, then we'll have to know 60 times what will equal 600. We can use our tens trick or our zeros trick. I know that 600 has 2 zeros, which is one more zero than 60. So since I would add 1 0 to 60 to get 600, that's the same thing as multiplying by 10. So there would be 10 cards in each box. If I had added 2 zeros to get from 60 to 600, I would have been multiplying by 100. If I had added 3 zeros, I would have been multiplying by 1,000. Number 3, Mrs. Jones wrote the number 56,325 on the board. Mary wrote a number using the same digits. The 6 in Mary's number represents 10 times the 6 in Mrs. Jones' number. What could Mary's number be? So Mrs. Jones's number is 56,325. And we know that in Mary's number, the 6 represents 10 times the 6 in Mrs. Jones' number. Well, when I'm going to do 10 times, that means I move once to the left. So that means that Mary's 6 has to be in the 10,000s place, or have a value of 60,000. The only option is option A. Let's take a closer look at that. If I have this 6, I know that its value is 6,000. I want the 6 in Mary's number to be 10 times that. If I'm multiplying by 10, I'm just adding a 0 to the number. So that becomes 60,000. So I want to look for a number where the 6 has a value of 60,000, which would be A, 63,145. Number 4. Jaden said he has 55 of the same amount of dollar bills in his piggy bank. What is the value of Jaden's money if he has 55 $10 bills? So he has 55 bills, each worth $10. So that's 55 times 10. Well, I know when I multiply by 10, I add a 0 to the number. So that becomes 550. If I had been multiplying by 100, I would have added 2 zeros and it would have been 5,500. Number 5. Alan's parents bought a new car. They spent $26,527 on the vehicle. The insurance for the car is $373 per month. How many times larger is the value of the 7 in 373 than in 26,527? So if I look at those two numbers, 373 and 26,527, I want to know how much greater this 7 is than this 7. I know the value of this 7 is 70 because it's in the tens place. The value of this 7 is just 7 because it's in the ones place. I know that to get from 7 to 70, I would have to multiply by 10 because I added 1 0. Or because I moved one place value to the left. So I know that D is the correct answer because 70 is 10 times greater than 7.